Hi, I'm Johnny, CEO of Hertfordshire Young Homeless, and I'm here in our busy office in Hatfield with some of our frontline team. Many of our colleagues are already out and about in the cold with young people offering support and advice. Winter is a particularly bleak time of year for a young person to be homeless. Last year, over 3,000 young people presented to their local council as homeless, and that was just the tip of the iceberg, because we know there are hundreds more right now who are hidden homeless. They may be sofa surfing or in unsafe or temporary accommodation. Looking around me, people are busy on the phones, working with young people across the county, many of whom have experienced significant trauma in their lives. Our job is to keep vulnerable young people safe and make sure they have somewhere to stay tonight, and then help them secure a permanent home.
Imagine being 16, just starting college or sixth form. A visitor from Hertfordshire Young Homeless is taking your PSHE lesson. You don't think homelessness applies to you, but then they start talking about family breakdowns as a major reason for young people becoming homeless, and suddenly you're paying attention. They mention hidden homelessness, a term you've never heard before. It's when someone's sofa surfing, staying with friends, or living in an unsafe home, and you realise that's you. You've been staying with a friend all week because you're scared to go home. The arguments, the silence, it's all too much. At Hertfordshire Young Homeless, we understand what you're going through. After sessions like this, some students ask to speak with us privately for advice or to share what's happening in their lives. We always listen, guide them, and involve a teacher when needed to keep them safe. We give them our leaflet with a number to call and connect them to our services.
Imagine being 12 years old and feeling completely helpless. Your mum keeps telling you she's going to send you away to live with your uncle because of your bad behaviour. You don't know how to stop it, so you start shutting yourself off, and harming yourself feels like the only way to cope. You feel like no one can understand you, and mum, who had fled domestic abuse, is struggling to cope alone. Your relationship has completely broken down, but there is no trust left. At Hertfordshire Young Homeless, we provided a space for this young person and her mum to talk calmly. We discussed trust, explored what was missing, and helped them set boundaries. We used approaches like our love languages tool to show that what they both needed most was quality time together. The young person also received extra one-to-one support from our Family Link team. As a result, they're now more open and understanding with each other, and they talk through their issues instead of shouting. Mum no longer plans to send her daughter away, and most importantly, her daughter is self-harming less.
Imagine being 17 years old, being captured by the Taliban in Afghanistan, and being forced to flee your own country with your family. And then imagine on that journey, you're separated from your parents, and you arrive in the UK with only your older brother. He's been looking after you, but now he needs to go to university and can't take you with him. Suddenly you're left facing an uncertain future. At Hertfordshire Young Homeless, we were there to help. We provided emergency accommodation for this young person while working with Children's Services and the local housing authority to assess his needs and create a housing plan. While waiting for a local bed space, the young person agreed to move to supported accommodation out of area, knowing it was the best option for him. We will help him to return to his local area as soon as a bed space opens up.
Imagine being 18 years old, facing a difficult family situation and realising that the best option for everybody is that you have to leave home. You quickly find out that with little money and no real options, the future feels incredibly uncertain. You don't know where to go or who to turn to. You feel lonely, isolated, and deeply worried about what's next. At Hertfordshire Young Homeless, we're here to help. We sit down with young people in this situation, exploring every option with them, ensuring their safety. Sometimes that means living at our Future Roots house, a place where they can find stability and start building their future through education or a job. No matter which path they choose, our goal is to keep young people like this safe and give them the help that they need to take the next step.
Imagine if you were a young mother, barely coping with a newborn baby in your arms, but unable to access the childcare you desperately need. You're struggling with anxiety and you don't even feel safe meeting in your own neighbourhood because of the violence you've experienced there. As HYH counsellors, we often have to think creatively to help people. We can arrange face-to-face meetings, telephone and Zoom calls, and even walking and talking. We offered this young mum walking and talking counselling sessions, allowing her to talk to us while being with her young baby and at times that suited her. The sessions were shorter at first because that's what she could manage. We can work with our service users for 12 weeks, and in that time, our priority is to begin their journey of healing from their past, empowering them with ways to cope in the here and now, and building towards a better future.
So, as you can see, our team are busy using their expert knowledge to get the right support in place, to keep families together and give young people somewhere to call home. Your support is needed more than ever. Help us this winter to continue delivering our vital services by donating today. You really can make a difference.
You've seen the amazing work we do.
Helping young people and families rebuild their lives.
Now, imagine how you'll feel knowing that your donation can make that possible for even more young people this winter.
Your support can change lives.
Help us break the cycle of youth homelessness.